include...
Oh my god, what the is that?
And...
You're just so bad.
It's not outright terror, it's just more confusion. And lastly, we can deduce that whatever it is does have a physical form, considering that we actively see it casting shadows and setting off a car's proximity sensors in an early scene. But it also has limited ability to actually interact with the world, considering it can't open doors or pull off blindfolds itself, instead relying on its devotees to do the work for it. So that's a lot of information, but where does it leave us? Well, the movie gives us a list of possible explanations to test in the form of Charlie.
You got world religion and mythology that's full of mentions of demons or spirit creatures that takes on the form of your worst fears or your deepest sadness or your greatest loss.
Except we know that that isn't true of the Bird Box creature, considering the early responses of...
Oh my god, what the is that?
And...
You're just so bad.
Those responses don't scream, oh, this is my greatest fear, or oh, this is the worst loss I've ever experienced. More just like, oh, this is it, huh? So that one might not have worked out, but don't worry, Charlie has a lot more hypotheses that we can put to the test.
You got the Akamana, you got the Barrios Devas from ancient Zoroastrian legend. You got the Surgot from ancient Christian occult beliefs. You got the Hulajin from China. You got the Puka from Celtic mythology. All different names, but the same thing. The end of us.
Man, Charlie, I know it's the end of the world, and I know this is all for your book, but you're even more melodramatic than I am. Many of the entities you just mentioned don't mean the end of us. Plus, you're lumping together a lot of spiritual things that are very different and all very wrong for the situation that you're currently in. So let's quickly knock them off the list one by one. Akamana comes from the Zoroastrian faith, one of the oldest religions that are still in practice today, with its origins in the Middle East. And according to the Encyclopedia of Demons in World Religions and Culture, he's the personification of sensual desire and lust. He corrupts your morals and is said to cause people to sit back and watch as evil prevails. So if everyone in Bird Box were busy getting their woohoo on in the streets, then maybe he'd be the one at work here, but clearly that's not the case, and therefore he is clearly not our demon. Surgat is another one that he mentions that is also really easy to eliminate. Coming out of the Christian occult, he's known as the one who opens all locks, which directly speaks to his demonic power, the ability to open any lock in the world. This makes him a fantastic Mr. Beast to get possessed by if you're clumsy with your keys, but definitely not the culprit of a movie where the entity that's killing everyone is befuddled by a simple door handle. Moving on, the Puka is an Irish mythological creature that shapeshifts into different animals and plays pranks on humans, like turning into a black horse and taking people for a spooky, scary ride. But beyond that, it doesn't appear to be all that violent. Seeing it certainly doesn't cause immediate death, and there are plenty of stories where the Puka actually gives good luck. Another easy elimination. Which leaves us with the Chinese Hulijing, and honestly, this one seemed like a good fit at first. The Hulijing are nine-tailed Chinese fox spirits with the ability to shapeshift, often taking the form of a person's dead